tell you something about these men in the world. Men are the highest in the nursing homes. Let me tell you why. That the moms and the grandmoms and the aunties and the sisters are all being taken care of out here in these streets, and they got people to nourish them and make sure they straight when they get old. And the men is the only ones in the nursing homes is because they deadbeats. They don't take care of their children. They cheat on their women. They cheat on their wives with men. They don't help their family members. As soon as they get money, they get their girlfriend. They take care of their girlfriend. They don't take care of their mom. Their mom house falling apart. Roofs is filled with water and black mold, and they want to be outside flying these streets taking drugs. And guess what? In the end, after they done cheated on everybody, done been disloyal to their children, but want to be loyal to their homeboy. If you're not loyal to your children, you're not loyal. Y'all will do anything for y'all homeboy, but when y'all get locked up, y'all want to call y'all baby moms and y'all women. But after all that you done did, you gonna get old, and guess what? You're gonna stop working. And you're going to need Viagra. And guess what? You're going to be sitting in a nursing home, and you're going to have a nurse taking care of you, and won't nobody call you, just like when you get locked up in jail, don't nobody call your ass. And they don't answer no mother phone calls, and they don't put no money on your commissary because tired of y'all. And y'all kids can't stand y'all.
Wow.
So let me say this. First thing I want to say is I love when people like come and have conversations and they're so like matter of fact about situations that are not factual. That's first of all, right? Like that's the first thing I want to say. But also it's so interesting because, you know, to me, it sounds like she's talking about a specific person. Right? It sounds like she's talking about a specific person or a specific group of people, maybe that she knows, maybe that she heard about, whatever the situation is. It is specific to a certain, group of people that she may know or be surrounded by. The reason I say that too is because, you know, the way that she was describing the mother's house and what they do for the homeboys and the this and that, cannot be the majority of men. Also, I wanted to clarify that what she's talking about, it is obvious that there is some truth to this, right? There is going to be truth to the fact that there are men who have neglected the people around them, the responsibilities or whatever, have decided to take different routes that were not in, the best light for their family structure or for their children. And so they are exiled away from their family structure because they decided that it wasn't as important to them. But I also want to talk about the fact that this is also true when it comes to women as well. There are women who put their, certain situations in front of their children, give their children to their mom to raise, give their children to, whoever, their sister, because there's so many people I've heard have been raised by an auntie, an auntie and an uncle, their grandma, other people in their family besides their mother, because their mother was out there doing whatever it is that they wanted to do. So this is not something, all of the things that she described, we can say the same exact thing for a woman as well. We can put a woman in this space and make it all true. However, the biggest point of this conversation is she was trying to make reference that, it's men who end up alone. It's always men who end up more alone, more, having to be taken care of by somebody else in a nursing home by themselves, without children, without this and without that. I looked at the statistics. Okay. Before I had this conversation, I realized the importance of doing the due diligence and looking up the statistics of people in nursing homes. Okay. Let me give you the breakdown. Okay. So when it comes to a nursing home, 35.4% of people in a nursing home are men. 35.4% of people in a nursing home are men. 54.6% of the people in the nursing home are women. I'm going to give you my 2 cents after I give you this next tidbit. In people who are in assisted living homes, 29.4% of the people in assisted living homes are men. 70.6% of the people in assisted living homes are women. So as we can see here, It is evident and clear as day that the number of women in assisted living homes or nursing homes are vastly greater than the amount of men who are in these spaces. Now, let me give you the breakdown why I believe that is true. Okay, not only do I believe that I can see that as truth, but also why that tends to happen. Let me tell you why that tends to happen. And I know a lot of people are not going to like what I have to say, but this is some truth. Okay, this is real. A lot of the reasons why women end up in nursing homes or assisted living spaces is because a lot of women weaponize the relationship between between the father and their children. A lot of women manipulate situations for their betterment when it comes to dealing with their children. A lot of women are the ones who send their children out into the streets to be the man of the household when they could not keep one. And what happens is a lot of children end up growing up and realizing that the mother that they thought they had, or that they thought had their best interest at heart, was it was all a figment of their imagination. Because the woman who they thought she was is not who she really was. And when they start to grow up and mature, have families of their own, realize the importance of maybe, a father in the home or a father around, and go and venture off to create relationships with their father, they get the other side of the conversation. Now, there's this bitterness that has been created between child and mom. Because you lied to me, you created scenarios, you kept me away from this person, you're the reason why I have identity issues, because you're the one who stood in the gap between me and drew a wedge between this person that was never necessary. You the one who had me out there working to pay bills to support you, instead of me focusing on myself and chasing my own dreams. Because you told me I need to repay you for all the things that you've done for me. Can we be real? Can we be real? A lot of times too, if we want to be, we want to get technical, a lot of times, if you really think about it as well, a lot of these women have also, again, sent their children out into the streets. Sent them in spaces that, they felt like coddling this child and, doing things for this child in the sense of, well, he can do this and, he can pay my bills and he can take care of me in this way and he can take care of me in that way. They sent them out there to lead a life in which, they're not going to turn around and be so nurturing and caring, because they're fighting for their life every day out there in the street. You being around them is a risk for you. Another thing is, a lot of these women have daughters, and you've raised this daughter and you've been in competition with this daughter since birth. Her biggest hater has been you. The person who made her feel small, unworthy, unloved was not her daddy, it was you. The person who's trying to break her down to size has always been you. You told her that she's not pretty enough, she's not good enough, she's not going to be this, she's not going to be that. And then you turn around and want her to nurture you, take care of you. And she's in a space like, no. I'd rather somebody else take care of you. This is so interesting that, the whole perspective of this conversation is to say that, people, this is another take, that so many people are in nursing homes because, of this and because of this and because of that and because of what they did. And these men, they have to, they got to get a dog and die alone because, these men, they talking about it's women, but it's really men that's going through these things. And to be honest with you, a lot of people who have lived in an assisted living or a nursing home, some of them have outlived their family members that could take care of them Unfortunately, some of them don't have any family to take care of them. Some people don't have anybody surrounding them. So even when we look at these numbers, we have to take that into consideration as well. But, you know, her point of view was so steadfast. And I've seen a lot of people take this conversation and run with it in the aid of exactly, you know, these men are terrible and these men are horrible. Do you really think that these men are leaning on people to take care of them, or in spaces that they have to be taken care of without family because of something that happened with their wife a million years ago? If we want to be honest, a lot of these women were very well okay with, or very understanding to the fact that there's a possibility that a man might have multiple women. I just gotta be honest. A lot of people was not leaving nobody for cheating back in the day. I gotta keep it real. But to be so steadfast and talk about the fact that, oh, you know, men, you know, oh yeah, that's why they have to go here and they have to go into these places. She made a point to say that a lot of these women are in these streets getting taken care of, again, by the men that they are pushing out there to risk their lives to be able to take care of them. But can we also talk about the fact that based on the percentages, that shows that a lot of men are out there taking care of themselves. Why? Because no matter how bad a mother is, although we have a vast majority of them in the nursing home, a vast majority of them in assisted living, you have these people that she's talking about. She's talking about a very specific demographic of people that they had their sons in the streets. The woman was the one supportive of them going in the streets, doing all these things, you know, so that they can pay for the mama house. They could buy her some jewelry. They could, you know, make her flex for her friends. They could buy her this luxury brand bag. A lot of the women were supportive of their sons doing this. I'm going to love him anyway. If he get locked up, I'm going to support him anyway. And the father was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not supporting that. I don't respect that. And the woman will go stand in the gap. You see, he don't support his child. You know, how could he treat his child like that? I'm going to love him. And what does the man have to do? Go take care of himself. She thinks that she's reaping the benefit financially until something happened to that child. And then she's going to be crying, I can't believe, how could this happen? I don't know why he did this. It's because his father wasn't around. No, it's because you forced him out there. And then this man, again, these men, older men, end up taking care of themselves. You see it all the time. You go to the grocery store, you see older men in the grocery store by themselves, taking care of themselves, because they're not going to come and turn around and beg for the support or beg for the assistance. They're not going to guilt trip you. As a man, you already know men are going to figure out how to do it on their own. Where a woman will play the card. Oh, I'm your mom. I helped you. Can you help me? Oh. Even if you're doing the wrong thing. As long as I'm getting the help, I don't care. We have to have these conversations, okay? I think it's important to have them. I think it's very important to have them. And again, I just love when people get up and they talk about situations with no facts behind it. Just opinion, just, you know, based off of their own observation in their area, wherever they live or wherever they are, the things that they think are happening, and blaming situations that are vastly not related. And also, they never talk about what women do. It's always what men do. I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.